Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And the first news this week has been some live statistics about challenges and ascendancy classes, and it's been pretty much half of the league right now, and you can see the curve for the players who completed at least one challenge in the Blight League, and you can see there is a very steep drop between after the first two challenges. It goes a little bit up to the 6, 7, and then it goes way down, 12, a spike at 24 as usual, and a spike at 36. To be honest, it doesn't look that great, this curve here. It's way too steep at the beginning, indicating probably that there aren't enough really easy challenges, and that people drops off the game right after the first two, or right after the 6-7 point, which GGG should be able to translate into what level roughly of gameplay that actually is. Personally, the percentages I think are way too low, so only 20% of the player completed just 12 challenges, not even 5% completed the 24, and barely 0.6% of the population completed the 36 challenges. So honestly, I think these challenges are a bit too hard, and to be honest, it's not just hard, it's just that they are very time consuming or very RNG based, which translate of course into more time consumption, and that just makes challenges boring as fuck, because if all you need to do is play more and maybe one day you'll get it if you're lucky, that's not a challenge, that's just boring shit. But anyway, probably GG knows how to handle this, even though honestly challenges in the latest leagues have been going worse and worse in my opinion. But anyway, we also see some stuff about ascendancies, and if we consider all levels in all of the Blight leagues on PC, you can see the Necromancer is above everything, and it's above even the unascended classes, which is quite unusual. As a comparison, the last league Slayer topped off at 11%, and now Necromancer is at 17%, which is quite higher. Also, if you look at level 70 plus, you can see Necromancer is way ahead. If you look at 90 plus, Necromancer is even more ahead than the other classes. And if you look at level 90 plus on the hardcore only, the Necromancer is still really far up there, and that's because it's a very defensive class, it's very versatile, doesn't require much, and you can play it pretty safely. Also is really good against lag issues, or performance issues, because your minions still work perfectly well, even though your character does not. And the only difference for the hardcore players, of course, is the Juggernaut. That's really high up there, and that's because, well, Juggernaut, really defensive character, can do pretty much everything, so definitely a good class for hardcore. But anyway, level 90 plus on Blight solo self-found, you can see the percentage goes up to 60% of the whole player base, and that is absolutely crazy. Of course, Necromancer doesn't require much to get going, and doesn't really require too much to scale pretty well as well. And again, it's versatile and all the kind of thing. It's been pumped to the maximum this league. It's really crept in power very far from where it should be, to be honest. And well, you can see the other classes, it's like 8% at best. And to be honest, after Saboteur and Assassin, which had a little bit of a rework, you can see the other classes are way down. So probably, well, not probably, but surely, Necromancer nerfs incoming next league. Anyway, PS4, the percentage goes to where the level 70 plus was for PC as well, and for Xbox as well. That is because Necromancers don't really require much of aiming, and with a controller you don't really get much of aiming, so Necromancers is actually a pretty nice skill, or a pretty nice ascendancy to play if you are on a console. So no surprise that Necromancers are really popular there as well. We also got the 3.8.2 patch notes with couple Blight improvements, for example, fixing some bugs affecting anointment on rings where they were like totally not working, and well, fixing a couple blighted maps as well, like the Ramparts one, which had a chance to make it impossible to complete, which was pretty damn annoying. Also, There's a couple new improvements. So finally, the impact on performances when using multi-strike, spell icon, leash, plus chain mine, and high impact mine supports have been reduced. So this should be a little bit smoother now. Also, Corrupting Blood now plays the audio each time it is applied to a player, and this is pretty nice since you can't see the screen most of the time anymore with the speed the game has taken. Well, at least you can now hear the audio which is telling you you've been corrupted blood, press your flask to be free of it. So unless you're actually sleeping, you should not die of corrupted blood anymore. And well, there's some more bug fixes and stuff which you can check it out if you are interested. We also got some new fan art competition highlights, and well, it's really nice, and the fan arts are also ramping up on Reddit since it's starting, or actually it's ending, the challenge is ending really soon, like a couple days from now. So definitely if you're finishing yours, be quick on it because it's ending. If you're not, and if you like just fan art, be sure to check the thread below and Reddit as well, and the thread which is gonna come probably next week with the winners, because there's gonna be a lot of interesting fan art in there. Also, couple days ago it was the exact day of the 6 years anniversary for Path of Exile, and that is from when GGG released the 1.0.0 expansion, which introduced the Scion character and the second half of Act 3. So, well, feels like yesterday when the game finished at Piety in Act 3, and then they added the Scion and the game went up to Dominus. Back then it was really a different game from what it is right now, and there is a kind of very quick recap of what happened. So what happened in 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, 18 and 19, which is the one we are now, with Synthesis, Legion and Blight that have launched, and the 3.9 which is gonna top off the year and should be pretty good, and also 4.0 which hopefully is gonna top the 2020 year, so coming on December next year, but we'll have to see if GG is able to make it that quickly, because 4.0 is gonna be very big, and there's only like 19 days left right now to the new announcement which is gonna happen at the opening ceremony of Exile, and it's definitely gonna be amazing, so really can't wait for those news. But other than that, that was all for this week, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all, I've been your host Zorzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.